Alright guys, welcome back to this short tutorial about modeling this axe here. So let's jump right into it. So to begin with, I'm going to add this reference pic here in our viewport. After adding it into the viewport, we can just go down here to this button and go a little bit down with the opacity. Like that. And I want it straight. So I'm going to rotate that so this the blade is going to be straight here. So let's see if we are perfectly straight. Yeah, it's looking good. So I'm going to first of all just drag that a little bit back and I'm going to move that in the collection ref. So with the collection ref we can just go to this button here, selectable. So if you don't have this selection button, go to this filter here and just activate it. So we can deselect that. Alright, so now we can add, first of all, maybe a cube. Go into the edit mode and just scale it in roughly the size of this handle here. So we're going to put them on top. And as you can see here, we are smaller than this part here, but that's fine. So let's see where it's begin the bending. I think it's going to begin here. So just extrude them down. And extrude them another time and so on. Alright, we're going to take the part back here. So just put it on this point here. We need another loop cut on this point. Another here. So we can just make a nice bend on the back side. Like the real reference here. Right. Here is good, here is going to be a little bit outside. Just put it on here, one here, and one here, so we can go inside, like that. We need another one here, so we can put that all the way back. So at the point now, I'm just trying to match our reference here. So that's perfect. And then we can go on with the next part. And let's see where we can just put this point. So I think we can put it maybe, yeah, it's difficult, maybe here. So we can just add another loop cut on this side, add another one. So we can match this curve here, and we need to match the side here. Alright, we need now to match this here, so just add maybe, let's see, 6 loop cuts. So we can just take them. As you can see here, we have the problem that we have to move this a little bit up. So we have a little bit more space here. Alright, we have our general shape now. So the next step is just to shade that smooth and activate auto smooth. And we're good. Alright, it's too big, so just select all in the edit mode and scale it on the y-axis a little bit smaller like that. Good, maybe a little bit bigger. So we can add on the sides here some loop cuts, some bevel. So we need to see if it's working like that. But yeah, first of all, I'm just going to delete that better so we can add the loop cuts without any error. So just select this whole things here and just bevel them. So it's a little bit complicated now. So we have to just go a little bit down with the actual edge here. So maybe we can go like that. Just try it. Yeah, it's a little bit better now. Alright, up here we don't need that, so I'm going to undo that quick. We need only on the inside here this bevel, so just do that like that. Alright, bevel it again, and we have a nice beveled area here. So if you have any error like that, you can just select this parts on the back and maybe drag them a little bit in like that. Alright, so if it's going crazy like that up here, that's not a problem. So let's see how we can fix that. Maybe if we go to cut that in here. So to do that, first of all, I'm going to select them and just drag them a little bit down. And we need now our knife tool, so press the K button and the C button to just cut through, add a line here. So we have our shading on top, and that's fine. Alright, you can go maybe a little bit more down. Don't worry about this shading here, that's not a problem. The shading has to be good on this part down here, and that's it. Alright, so I see we have here some harsh edges, so I'm going to bevel them a little bit more. Good, and now I'm going to add down here this detail. So add maybe these glue cuts and just drag them up like that. Alright, now we can go in here and just maybe adjust it on the y-axis a little bit more. Maybe a little too much. And that's it. Good, we can now make our blade on top here. So to make that, add another cube, go into edit mode and match the reference roughly. So here I'm going to add another extrusion, add another one, so we can go inside on this object here. So we can now just adjust a little bit our reference like that, and on the side down here we have to do it too. Right, just extrude it again and do the same thing. So here we have a nice bending. I just want to keep this this curvature here, so I'm going to add a circle with 64 vertices, rotate them on 90, on x-axis 90, and now we can, as you can see here, use that as a reference. So I'm going to delete this point here, I'm going to delete this point here, I'm going to select this here, and we can just rotate it maybe, or use it on the bottom. But as you can see here, we haven't this nice bending, so we have just to adjust it a little bit. So maybe on the x-axis and on the z-axis. And I'm just trying to match this curve here. So maybe if we just rotate it now, it's going to be fairly perfect. Down here we can make it just manual. Take the points and put it on the right position. Alright, delete the rest. And now we can just take this part here and join them together, but as you can see we are a face, so it's not going to join together. So we are going to match roughly one side, and the other side we're going to delete. So maybe first of all add a loop cut in here, and now delete one side. So we can just take that, put it back, add a mirror modifier on the right axis, add the clipping option and just drag it in here, like that. Take these two details and put them on the front here, but as you can see I can't really do that, so just deactivate clipping again, and then you can just move it in the right way. So I just wanna snap this on this point here, so go to vertex snap, to the snap tool and go to vertex. So we can just snap it on this point here. All right. So I'm going to hide them. Yeah, it's important that you haven't any face in here, so that's good. Good, now we can just join them together. So press F, select these two, press F, and we're fine. So maybe just select this point and put them in here. All right, now we can close this whole thing here. So I'm going to delete the face, and now we can just close that like that. But as you can see, it's going a little bit crazy. So I'm going to undo that, and we can make first the front here. So we need another circle. So just add another one, and now we can adjust that in the way we want to. So maybe like that. So we have this blade on the front. So we can close them, and we can close this here. All right, we can select the whole thing here and just press F to fill the face. Good. What the hell is going on here? So select these points and just drag it on the y-axis to this point, so we are perfectly straight again. So I think, yeah, we have here the shading, so the smooth shading, go to the auto smooth, so it's going back to normal. All right, now we have just to bend the things here. So take the whole front, take the part here, and we have to take them. And now we can just activate clipping again, and with that drag it on the y-axis a little bit inside like that. Here we have another bending going on, so go a little bit more inside. All right, we are a little bit too big here. So I'm going to select the parts here, just go inside the y-axis like that, maybe. All right, that's looking good so far. Down here we have a problem. I don't know why it's doing that. Go to active point and just grab it on this point here, so we're back. We are flat. All right. So I think we need here some harsh edge. So like that. I just want here another one. So, or maybe like that. So we can go a little bit more inside. Good, we can take now the front, put them a little bit outside like that. And now we have to determine how big it's going to be our blade, but I think that's looking so far good. Right, now we can just, let's see how I can do this. We need a loop cut going down here. So that's important. So first of all, take this loop cut here, activate clipping, it's important, and put them into the middle here. All right, let's see if we just inset them. Maybe we can work with that. So I'm going to undo this quick because it's causing some issue here. So let's insert again, like that. Down here we have a problem, so just select them, put them back. You can just close that. All right, now take the front here. And put it inside. So we have a little bit of a blade here. That's so far fine. I think that's fairly done if we leave that like that, but down here we have a problem. I don't want that area like that. So maybe we can just select the parts here and grab them a little bit inside. So So like that. So we have another blade down here. That's looking good. That's looking really cool. So let's add them. Yeah, let's keep that like that. Just drag that in the way here. All right, I'm going to just put them here. All right, let's see. Let's just fix this error here. So let's see how we can fix it. Maybe if we just drag them in the way down here. That's looking good. And we're going to just put them here. All right, we have a little bit of bending. Yeah, it's not really cool like that. So let's keep them straight. And with that, we're going to be in this way. All right, up here we have the same problem. So let's see if we just take them and put them a little bit back. So we have to take the whole loop cut here and put them a little bit inside. So it's not too harsh, this edge. So maybe like that. Yeah, it's definitely better here. So we're doing the same thing on the front here. So just select the whole thing here and drag them a little bit inside. All right, so let's just close the areas here. So select the points and just press J. So we can join them together, but I'm going to dissolve the edges that aren't really necessary here. All right, now we have just to adjust a little bit more the areas here, so we are with the shading a little bit better. So maybe take them, put them a little bit inside. Alright, now we have just to take the parts here on the front. So just select them, Command E, mark sharp. So in here I have a slightly bent, I don't want that. So just go back into the area we have to be. Alright, looking good so far. And up here we have just to close the face. So just select this whole loop cut, make sure you have clipping on and extrude them inside like that. So the same thing up here, but we can't really do that in this way, so maybe like that and we are fine. Good, we have our blades and down here we have to close. So same thing, select the whole loop cut, extrude it inside. And we are done. So the blade is down here a little bit small. Just select all, make this point as active, open the T panel, and in here we have this shear. So let's see if we can just work with that. Yeah, we can work with that, that's good. Let's make it a little bit bigger. All right, I want here a sharp edge, here, here, here. And that's it. So Command E, mark sharp, and you have these sharp areas. So I don't want a sharp area here, so that's fine. Just select the point because we are a little bit inside. So I don't like the shading, how it's going. But yeah, the shading is a little bit not good here. So you can always go in the side view, press the K button, take this point here, press the C button to cut through and maybe the A button to angle constrain it. Make the same thing on the bottom. And now we have just this line here. With this line we have to go a little bit up. I don't like that if it's just too close to the to the area. And with that we can just select these two, dissolve them, dissolve maybe, oh no, sorry, don't dissolve that. So just take the knife tool and cut up here, like that. Alright, you can take the face here, the points here, and go a little bit outside maybe. So let's see, we have a little bit of distortion here, so just take the points and put them a little bit back. Alright, we are going to make them sharp up here, and down here it's fine so far. Let's see the front. So we have a dipping here, I don't like that. So let's see what's causing this problem. So if we take this point, I don't think if you can... Yeah, you can take that and put them on top here. And make this point sharp. Alright, it's looking good so far. We have to do a little bit up here, so it's not closed. We have to go into the edit mode and put some loop cuts around of that area here, so we can just maybe inset them or extrude them inside. So just a little bit. So you have a little bit of a border up here. And the same thing we have to do down here, so it's not too obvious that's just sticked inside or something like that. So just select some points, and maybe with these points we can bevel. To bevel these points, just press Command-Shift-B and then you can just bevel them. So as you can see now, we are making a little bit of a mess if you do that like that. So let's do it in another way maybe. Yeah, okay, let's do it maybe with, let's see, 6 segments, but we can change here some settings. Yeah, I think we can't really change some settings here. So let's keep it like that. We have just to put it a little bit on the side so we can close this area a little bit more. And let's see if we just go a little bit more up like that. Alright, this point you can just put here and this one here. So it's a high poly that we are making, so it's not really important what we are doing here. So the same thing on the other side, take this face in here and then you can just extrude it up. Alright, so I think we are a little bit too big on that, so let's see if we're going just a little bit inside, a little bit more, but on medium point, so like that. Alright, it's looking good so far. So I'm taking the point here on the back and then dragging them manually, but it's good. Alright, so we have this, we have the wood, and I think we are done with our modeling. So we can make now our low poly. So to do that, I'm going to hide the reference pick. We don't need that for now. I go in the front view, so we have it from the side, or maybe select both and select all. Go in the right view and just rotate it by 90 degrees. If you have just rotated in the wrong area, and that's it. All right, so I'm going to take this two, move that in a new collection called high, and now we can just make a high poly of that. So I'm going to drag them down like that. Now we can add a modifier called bevel modifier. So on the bevel modifier, it's important that you go on amount 0.02, segments to 3, limit method to weight. Geometry has to be emitter outer on arc, clamp overlap out, and shading on. So that's the general thing I'm doing here. You're going to select now the wood and the iron, So the iron is the last one you have to select because I have here the bevel modifier. You can go to this arrow and just copy to selected. Now we have it on the wood too. Alright, so the next thing we have to do is to go on the wood into the edit mode, on the edge select mode, open the end panel, and under item, if you select one edge, you have this edge data, bevel weight, and so on. So you have to first select some edges here. So go to select sharp edges, verify that only the sharp edges are selected, and I want this edge here too. So I'm going to select them. Down here is fine, I think. We have to test it, but it's looking good so far. All right, so this is selected, perfect. And now I can just go up with the meeple void here. So maybe on the other side, then you see what's going on. So we are on 0. And if I go up with that, you see it's going to bevel them in a good way. So it's looking good. Yeah, it's looking good. All right, so let's see. I think we are so far fine. I don't know if I like this up here. So maybe we are going to select this here and just drag them a little bit inside. But we have to drag this loop cut here too, so it's not going to interfere with the other one. So maybe like that. All right, we can take now this here. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky because if we're just making them now sharp, you see we have a kind of loop cut going on here. So some edge here, so I don't like that really. All right, I'm going to undo this. So let's keep it like that. All right, so we have to do the same thing on the wood. Go into edit mode, select sharp edges, and just go up a little bit, maybe 0.1. 0.1 is looking so far good. Down here we haven't any sharp edges, so it's fine. All right, we have now our high poly done. Just select this too, duplicate it, move it to a new collection called low. And on the low collection, it's very easy. First of all, I'm going to deactivate the high collection so we can work only with our low collection. And with that, first of all, I'm going to rename that so it's easier. So with that, go select one, go to the bevel modifier and go with segments to 1. Do the same thing on the other one, and we are fine with that. So the next thing we have to do is just to reduce a little bit more our poly count. So for that, I go into the editing, I go into local view, and now we have just to reduce a little bit of these points here that we don't need. So we don't need this lines here, so dissolve that. Same thing down here, so just dissolve that and we're good. Here we have a problem, so I think it's overlapping. Yeah, it's overlapping, that's fine. And with that, I'm just going to put them on this point here. And so I'm going all over the complete mesh, so we can just reduce some things here.